Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and got some really cool creations today here. So the very first one is the LF Nebulon B Frigate by LyfeForce, and this is a Star Wars replica, and it is a very cool one. I was just I spawned this in and just kind of had to fly around it a little bit before the video just to look at this thing, and it is quite a sight to behold here, I gotta say. It is very elaborate. The author did an excellent job here modeling this ship. It's a very strange ship from the shows, kind of unique in the way it's laid out on just about everything, and it's a very cool one too. I love the shape and the look of it. It's again very unique looking ship out there, but we've seen these in Star Wars movies repeatedly, and this is done very well. Also made to work in Empyrion, of course, but yeah, just look at the detail levels going on in here, and all the different stuff going on with the texturing, and the block work, of course, is pretty insane. So there's just a lot to see on this. You can kind of see you got like this main part of the ship over there on the front side, and then there's like this big setup over here, almost like a vertical carrier kind of thing, with all kinds of different stuff going on in that zone, and different levels and floors. And you can see like this one even has like an interior on that. Some of these other ones could be weapons or cargo or other sci-fi oriented things there. Definitely like this. So, and then it extends out to this whole back section here, which is actually kind of where the bridge is, which is really unique as well. I just wanted to take a good look at the back side of the ship here. That looks really neat too, whatever's going on here. Oh, okay, so we got, yeah, it's like a decal over a half sphere block. That looks really cool the way that's done. That's interesting. It kind of made me look. I'm like, what is that? It's just, again, a block, and the way it's portrayed just looks a little bit different there. Some other interesting features, too, like this over here. Now, granted, this is a replica, too, so, I mean, a lot of this was grabbed from the Star Wars show, or looking at models of it and things like that, but it's just really cool design, and the author did, again, an excellent job with all of this. Just looking at all the different subtleties and things going on here, the difference in colors and textures and things to make it kind of look rougher, and just other features like this little round piece over here with a lot of thin blocks and things like that. It's just cool. I like the trim going along here too. This half block layer kind of going one block row past the front, or maybe two. But that is really cool there. And then it's got this long neck, and then it goes to this big front section over here. So yeah, really wild looking ship there. Definitely like it. Looks like the author put a lot of time and attention to detail into this creation for sure. And yeah, the texturing is really cool too. I just again, I gotta just mention that one more time. It's you can see there's other elements in here to break it up, like this different texture here, different texture there, and then you got some of the smooth metal, and you got some of it where it's blotted out with some of the lines, and other areas are not, just to give it that roughness and things like that, and several different hull textures going on here, so it's not like a uniform type of thing here. Now, I don't believe this lands. That's why oh, maybe it does. Maybe I should have tried to put this on. Yeah, we do have a door here, and it looks like we've got some yeah, we definitely have some landing gear there too. So, oh, you know what, I could have put this down on the ground. I just looked at it at first glimpse, and I was thinking, no, this can't land. But now that I look at it, yeah, if it's firm on this part right here, it certainly would land, wouldn't it? Interesting. I don't exactly know where the bridge is right now, or I'd park it, but I'll try to do that sometime in the video here. Anyway, let me adjust the lighting a little bit. Let's go take a tour on board this. I don't know how dark I should go with it right now. It's always scary. If it's too dark, I'll brighten it up. here, and let me get out of God mode here too. So as soon as you walk in, at least on the front door, obviously you can come in through the hangar doors, and who knows, maybe some other locations on the ship as well. But it looks like you've got utility functions as soon as you get aboard. Armor locker, O2, mid bay, and 2 armor lockers actually. And cool looking lighting up on the ceiling there. And then we're up to the turbo lift. Again, I like this very glossy black floor here that's kind of reflective too, which is very cool. So we're in the deployment room. Looks like 1 floor up, we're going to go to the medical bay. So up at 2, and here we are. We got a medical bay. Look at that. All the nice pieces right in here. And you've got the other ones obviously right down below. So I think you're covered pretty much here. And then we've got a shower over here. Looks like the shower is turned sideways too, just to look a little bit differently. I was kind of yeah, like that's the floor and that's the ceiling of the shower. Looks a little bit different displayed here, but that's cool. I like to see that taking the same part and displaying it differently to kind of make it look different itself. So let's go up to the next deck here, which is probably 3 right over here. So it looks like we're going to go 2 directions off from here. So over here, it looks like we've got a captain's seat or a pilot's seat. I don't think it's the only one on the ship, but it's definitely one for a first-person view out the front of the ship here. And that is really, really cool. I'm just curious about one thing here on this window. Let me just see if... Nope, it is... I wasn't sure. It kind of looked like it was still tinted, but it's not. It's actually it's just dark outside. Okay, so that's my bad there. It is done correctly. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Nice place here. A couple passenger seats right behind there, so quick way in and out. And then right over here, it looks like we've got our... Oh, yes, we have our color schemes. Several of them, it looks like. So, well, Black Sun stock color, Mining Guild color, Alliance blue color, and Alliance red color. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So, yeah, you can flip that around quite a bit. And check out this room here with the LCDs and the craziness going on the ceiling. That looks great too. So we're looking at like a planet here with a couple rings. And then this piece was kind of put in there too. Probably like a projector, like a 3D projector over the area. I love this desk over here too. Oh, look at that. It's got one of those things turned sideways, which looks really good. Set up that way. It's like the right height, and it certainly looks technical. And a couple of these display screen units on the sides. On the other side, we got some general information about the ship here, about talking about HVs can be mounted and mounted weapons, shields, thrusters. So I assume this is going to have some upgrades going on, as well as you can check out the link here, and it probably has a lot more explanation on the ship itself from the author's own video on it. So very, very cool. This is really cool how that's done with the color scheme too. It's kind of almost like they're plaques. And you know what? I missed this one over here too. A different color scheme yet. So a lot of different ways you can paint this, or just use the different color palettes and apply it to the ship. Very cool. So let's go up to the next floor here. We're up at 4. And it looks like we've got a big upgrade room over here. Kind of looks like a fusion reactor would fit in this room. Let me count the blocks here. Yeah, we got 5 by 5 by 5. So yeah, it definitely looks like it was kind of designed to hold a fusion reactor. Might have another way to access it over there, or maybe not. I think that's just a light and sealed off over there. Seeing some Xeno blocks in the hall here too. Certain textures that only work with Xeno. So I'm assuming this room over here is more protected with tougher hull blocks around it, things like that. Like how the elevator LCDs are as well too. It kind of tells me right now I'm on the main engineering floor, I do believe, and then we're going to go up to the processing room, up to the next floor up, which is probably right here. And it looks like this just goes backwards over here. We've got a blast door. And let's get through there and into here. So we got our main CPU core right over here. Looks like a lot of locations to add CPU core blocks, quantum auxiliary. There's probably other locations for that too. Love the LCDs over here on this this wall. It's got a blast door in the center. Yeah, that's neat. It's just, I mean, you don't get a lot of blocks to work with on on CVs, due to the scaling and the size of the player and all that. But this is really, I mean, considering how few of blocks are actually in this scene, it looks really, really good. Those LCDs really accent it well too. I like the color actually, going into the black tone there, or well, I'm sure it's a dark gray of some origin. And over here, it kind of looks like we've got a lot more places for uh, stuff. I guess, these could be for small shield parts as well. Going in here, they would fit totally fine, or they could be CPU blocks. It kind of looks like there's a lot of CPU blocks in the area, so I wouldn't doubt that they're set up to be CPU blocks. Of course, I could check out the video and read some of the information, probably explain that a little bit more, but either way, a lot of nice usable space here for ship parts, probably CPU in this area. So, alright, so how do we get to the back of the ship? Did I miss something here? Because this seems to dead end. Well, yeah, this dead ends right over here. So that isn't going to get me to the other side of the ship. One of these areas probably will, though. So let me go down to main engineering. Somehow I feel like I missed something down here. So this only goes one direction. And it doesn't look like I could have missed anything. There's no, I don't see a way out the other side of this room. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back down to here, forward bridge. So I don't see a way off the back side of the room over there. And we got our bridge. And then down over here, obviously we're just getting to the areas that I've already been in. So somehow I'm missing something tying in the front of the ship to the back of the ship. I don't see a way through. Here, I'm going to go into God mode a second. And I'm going to come in from the hangar section. And I'm sure this links up. I missed something here. Alright, so we're going to come into, it looks like probably, I'm sure, the main hangar area of the ship. And, wow, that looks really cool, too. Look at the, love the LCD texture, or I'm sorry, the texture lights around the hangar doors. And, yeah, that looks cool. I like the block work going around the ceiling here. It's kind of rounded off. And it's got, yeah, it kind of looks a little bit like a rib cage in here, which is really, really cool. I just want to check out the back part of this hangar as well. We've got another elevator over here going up further. It looks like we've got some upgrade slots over here in the back. There are 2x2x2 areas. Of course, that can fit a whole bunch of small shield parts. Can't get the mediums in there, but you can get a lot of small shield parts or fuel tanks or gravity generators or whatever else. I'm not exactly sure what is meant to go there, but could be any one of those. And also, of course, you got another like med bay over here with the specialized equipment and O2 and everything that you'd kind of want convenient as you're pulling into the hangar. And just other LCDs around here. Shield house, shield bank. We got a lot of stuff going on above the ceiling here. Yeah, I like those LCDs though. It's just all this extra little detail like this. It didn't need an LCD there, but it certainly looks cool. I definitely like that. So we got, okay, so now we're to the turbo lift. Main engineering, yeah, so this looks like it connects. Did I just miss something? At the top of the elevator. Oh, that's probably what it is. I didn't go all the way up. I went to this floor. And yeah, this would be the processing room, so we've been in there. So yeah, that was my screw up. I didn't go to the top of the elevator. So this does all link up exactly how you would think it would. So then we got a forward auxiliary room over here. Ooh, behind a blast door. Another elevator. What just happened here? I'm stuck. I don't know. I seem to have fallen to the floor. I don't quite understand what happened there. It's weird. Let me turn gravity back off, see if it happens again. Alright. Now we're up here. So now, looks like we've got our medium shield part room over here. So some 3x3x2 sections, 4 of those for 4 medium shield parts and a detector right up front. And again, yeah. Okay. Oh, it tells you all the information over here too on the LCDs. Very cool. I love all the instructions in there. When you It's like, you know, if you go to the, I don't know, automotive dealer and you buy a car and you kind of want an owner's manual and it's kind of built right in, and yeah, that's just cool. Except this is free on the workshop. You don't have to pay for it. It's really, really cool. So yeah, that's pretty insane. So I just ended up somewhere else here. Forward auxiliary room. I don't recall seeing this before. How did I get here? Oh, look at that. Oh, I think this is this the main link tube? Uh, Sorry, I'm having trouble walking. I'm used to being in God mode flying around here, and I'm trying to walk around not in God mode and just having weird little issues. Okay, so this goes back to the hangar. And all right, so let's head back this way and take that other elevator system off the back over here. So this is all still part of the front of the ship, I do believe. And then there's a back section of the ship, which is maybe out this way. Oh, looks like we've got a couple areas off to the side over here on the back of the hangar as well. So we got armor repair and armor locker. Looks like a bed. I like how that's done. A little balcony over the back edge of the hangar. On the other side over here, oh, look at that. We got a very small cantina. That's cool. I like that. It's got you can get 4 people sitting here. You got your stuff. You got your fridge and food processor. Make up a nice meal. Very cool. And then we've got this. Oh, where am I going now? What is going on here? I don't know what's going on, but it is definitely cool. So then we're coming up to an airlock exit. Yeah, there's just stuff. You can see something spinning up in there. Oh, that's a ventilator. That's cool. That is very cool. Oh no, we're right out of the ship here. We are not going across here. So this is another entry point of the ship, kind of in the back of the front section of the ship. All right, so we've got more floors. So let's go up another one. No, wait a minute. I'm on docking, airlock, and cantina. It's saying that it goes up, right? Command bridge and ITD room upward. Oh, upward. Oh, I'm confused. Hold on. Let me put on my helmet so I can turn my light here. It's showing it in red arrows though. What does that mean? It means it's not this elevator, it's another elevator. Because it does look like there's another floor right above here. Maybe. Oh, that's just ceiling decoration, maybe. Huh. What's going on? Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, look at that. Okay. That's sneaky. It's, again, yeah, right over here. I didn't even notice that. But, yeah, here it is. Looks like we got a couple storage controllers here. And then our really cool tunnel here, like, to go from the front of the ship to the back of the ship. Now, it's a trip just walking through here. Bam. Okay, so we made it to the back part of the ship. Looks like we have another armor locker, or I'm sorry, armor repair, armor locker, command bridge, another medical bay, bridge airlock, upgrade slot over here. Very cool. And I'll look at that, a constructor, the elevator here. Very interesting. Then we're up to another medical bay. So yeah, this ship is really good at keeping everybody healed up. Multiple locations to do that. You can come in on the front or the hangar or this area over here, which looks like it has more access doors in and out of the ship coming off to the sides here. So it looks like we are close to where that control tower bridge area looks to be. And this is all asymmetrically done in this section over here too. Some passenger seats right over here with kind of an offset window looking out looking over the front of the ship. And let's take this elevator over here. And then we're up to the pilot seat from the back. So yeah, 2 different places to pilot the ship at. You can be way back over here or way up front. Either offers a first-person view, which is really cool. Yeah, and I think, gosh, I'm not sure if I missed some more stuff. I think there's a lot of stuff down below here. But no, that's just heads right out of the ship. So that's, yeah, it's just a way in and out that direction. And Alex, so cool, by the way. I got to say, this whole uh, the way this is done with the all the block work and everything, kind of designing like this whole facing here and the facing on the other side, the tunnel in the middle. That's it just looks really cool. A lot of just a lot of attention to detail throughout this ship. You can even see little subtle details like the differences in coloring on the floor here, going kind of, a little bit lighter gray, a little bit darker gray in areas. Yeah, definitely very cool. All right, so I'm gonna get back out of the ship here and let me turn on the lights. I want to see if I missed anything else. I don't think I did. I think this bottom area is probably full of thrusters and things like that. So I don't think I'm gonna see much in here, except for some upgrade slots. Definitely some upgrade slots. So I'm sure that's all in the instructions as well. It looks like obviously you can add a third forward thruster in the middle between the other two over there. And it kind of looks like just following that scheme, I went out, you could add another thruster here as well. Yeah, okay, so a lot of thruster upgrade slots in this lower area that it didn't let you really necessarily get into, which is cool. And it looks like we can put in a reverse thruster here as well. So this is all kind of designed around that. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, again, upgrade slots all over the place for shields and thrusters and CPU blocks and all kinds of stuff in here. Wow, that's a cool ship. That's a cool ship. If you're into collector's stuff, this would be one to collect for sure. So anyway, let's take a look at some specs here. So to start out with, size class 7, not that bad on the size class here. 48 forward, 24 strafing, 48 lift, 48 reverse, 13 down. 16 hour and 3-minute build time, running 17 fuel tanks, 11 oxygen tanks. Lightly defended, basically some drone defense on here stock. Obviously, there's a whole lot of areas it looks like you could add weaponry to the ship. In some places, just replacing some antenna deco pieces with launchers would do it as well. Let's take a look at the CPU on this. Oh, it's not even hitting the Core 9 specs. It's below that, which is really cool. So you got a lot of CPU wiggle room going on here. You could get a lot of those parts in, or quite a few parts in, even without going to quantum or auxiliary cores. So that's impressive as well too. It just sits right there, and the author set it right at 1.4 million CPU, and dialed everything in to be like that. Let's take a look at its storage here. So nicely labeled storage controllers. So it looks like we got 235K standard controllers, some miscellaneous boxes, two 320K ammunition boxes, and looks like two 320K harvest controllers as well. So yeah, quite a decent amount of storage. Plenty of ammo and things like that too. If you really suit this up, you could get yeah, you'd probably want a lot of ammo if you added a lot of turrets. And there's a lot of places around this. Obviously, you could add more turrets going up the line over here. And I'm sure it's all covered in the video by the author, as well as some of these screens that I didn't actually read through in this video. Yeah, very cool ship. Definitely like it. Everything about it looks wonderful. Oh, look at that. The gravity generator up back over here, too. Kind of just chilling on the outside of the ship. That probably covers the rear part of the ship, and I wouldn't doubt there's another one somewhere in the front section of the ship as well. Not sure if I seen that when I walked through there or not. Yeah, really cool ship here. Yeah, again, this is the LF Nebulon B Frigate by LyfeForce. Very cool work there. Awesome thing. Goes with a lot of the other Star Wars creations, and otherwise as what the author has made already anyway. Beautiful ship here. Alright, so the next one. Gonna move on to the SSW Stiletta. or yeah, I think I said that right. Stellata, reforged starter CV by Stan 2112. And oh, this is really really cool here. Different look. It kind of looks like it would fit in Star Citizen or Star Wars, or a lot of different sci-fi verses could have a ship like this in it. Interesting design here. It's kind of got a bit of like a hammerhead front end approach, I guess you could say. I like the curvy action going on here, and then it's like a three-color hull design as well. So you got white, black, and more of a blue tone in the mix here as well. This is really interesting on how it's landing on the front. It's actually landing on these deco pieces here, but it does have a legit landing gear in the back. Oh, look at that! It even has solar. But that is really cool. Interesting way. You don't really need all three. Even if these were landing gear, which would probably look a little awkward and bulk up that whole area, you don't need all three. You only need one actually to dock this to something else, and all this has to do is hold the front of the ship level with the landing gear. So that's a really good way to go about that. And it's interesting too, seeing the solar panels kind of mixed into the hull design here, where they're not they don't really stick out at all. They're very discreet, which is kind of cool. It gives it a little bit of extra residual power when this thing is in operation. Probably not enough to fly it around with, but enough to keep the systems running with the thrusters off if you're going to chill and do some production or something like that. And back over here, oh, this is a nice little setup here too. So it's got a detector in here now, but obviously it has the room to add in a full-blown long-range radar in that section. I love the color differences between the whites and the blues here. It just looks neat. It looks elegant. Our strafing thrust is over there. Let's take a good look at the top and looking down through this area. So a lot of visibility on the bridge here. Looks like a lot of equipment close by as well. And looks like over here we've got our warp drive down in that section. Really cool tail section over here too. Yeah, that's just all designer work there. That's it's not really holding any thrusters back here, but it's kind of like a tail of a helicopter kind of. Almost looks like it could have a side propeller blade in there. That's cool. I like that. I like the design work here with this curve here going onto the thin blocks. Yeah, it's neat. That is definitely neat. Yeah, just a cool overall shape and presence on this one. I mean, it's designed to look like a human creation, but if it was set up a little bit differently too, it could almost look like an alien creation too, I think. That is cool. That is cool. On the side here too, I've got to guess that we probably have some more upgrade slots for thrusters in this area over here. All right. Well, anyway, let's get aboard this. I'm going to try to adjust the lighting just a bit again. See what happens. So as soon as you walk in, you can get rid of those rads with a shower here. Got an advanced constructor over in the side over here. Actually, let me turn up the lighting a little bit more again. Sorry about that. Pretty small area here. This is not a very big ship at all. And I think the back part of the ship is probably all full of parts. So we've got, oh, that's a cool looking LCD over there. So our warp core window there, which looks really cool. We got a ladder that will take us right out the top. So it looks like we got a quick way in and out of the ship at the top side of it as well. And then in here, is everything. So you got your constructor, some boxes, bed, food processor, fridge, armor locker, your O2 and med bay, and then right up to the pilot seat here. Great visibility looking out the front. And oh, that's kind of neat too, a little walkway going across the two areas here. So a whole lot of functionality really smacked into a very small area right in the center here at the front side of the ship. And I gotta assume that the back part of the ship is just going to be housing a lot of stuff. Well, that's interesting. And potential upgrade slots as well. Oh yeah, we've got some more solar inside of here as well. So some solar panel pieces were exposed to the outside, and the rest were kind of ducked in here. Fuel tanks and things like that in the center section. That's cool. That is cool. And again, this is a starter CV too, so yeah, that's neat. That's a neat looking ship. Also, some drone defense on there. A couple minigun turrets. Looks like more places to add more turrets as you are getting around. Quite a few locations if they are maybe represented by these markings here. But that would add quite a few more turret positions on the top side. And then obviously you can upgrade to long-range radar on the back as well. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So start with unlock level 12. Size class 1. Wow, this is a pretty small ship here. So, yeah, 45 forward, 22 strafing, 50 lift, 45 reverse, 22 down, 2 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. Very quick build time for a CV, starter CV. 3 hour and 32 minute build time, not requiring any rares. 2 miniguns, 1 detector, and it does have 3 sentry guns that I did miss when I was looking there. They're all retractable. That's probably why. Let me turn on that, and I'll just let those pop out. And let's take a look at CPU. CPU is really low. So it uses one single basic CPU core, but that's it. But it has nearly 100,000 extra CPU leftover stock, which is really great. So as soon as you get it, without even thinking about making any more CPU blocks or anything, you can start figuring out if you want more guns or more of this or more of that on the ship, which is also very, very cool as well. And let's take a look at your storage. So we got an ammo controller at 136K. Let's see. I'm not sure if these are just a bunch of boxes in here. It could be. Yeah, I think that these are boxes. So you got, I mean, if you add up all the boxes, you probably got a good 60K or a little more or less of storage in there. And then you've got your largest storage bay is the ammo controller, actually. Which is, so yeah, again, inexpensive starter CV, warp capable. Something else I'm curious about too is it does have a shield in here as well. 2450 stock shield hit points on there. So yeah, very nice. Again, this is the SSW Stiletta Reforged Starter CV by Stan 2112. Very, very cool. So the next one here, this is the GEI Shadow of Hadera by Akiva Banshee. And yeah, really cool looking ship here. This again almost looks borderline alien here. I definitely like it with the color scheme. A very dark toned ship with a lot of texture lights kind of going around the body and everything. Looks really, really cool that way. A lot of weapons on here too, so I'm gotta assume. Oh, hold on, let me get out my thingy here. Just want to see what we're looking at. We are looking at a turret. I thought it was gonna tell me what this was. Did it stop doing that? I guess it's not. Oh wait, man, I'm in change rotate. There we are. Positrons. Okay, I just want to make sure they weren't some kind of mining tool. I didn't think they were. But a couple of the models share the same, or some of the parts share the same model. So that's the only real way to find out exactly what you're looking at is getting out the multi-tool to identify that. This is really cool on the bottom side here too. Look at that. So we've got, yeah, we've got like a first-person bridge down over here. Oh yeah, you see the pilot seat right down in that section. Yeah, even the bottom side here too is really styled neatly with all the texture lights and everything like that. It looks like we'll have some potential upgrade slots for more thrusters. That's also kind of blocked off to look really good in there. And our lift and our down thrust there. Looks like another turret position over on the corner over there. And off the back side, yeah, just kind of. Oh, Oh, look at that. We've got some interesting strafing thrusters over here too, kind of going towards each other on that side. And then our forward thrust is obviously over here with the obvious upgrade slot for another thruster. In that location, it might have more thruster upgrade slots. Wow, that's a lot of down thrust on this. Holy smokes, I didn't realize, yeah, I had 3 per, so that's 6 of these, let's say, large thrusters for down thrust. And some more turret positions. Yeah, really cool shaping and design on this, so I like how it's set up there. Oh yeah, and landing. So we've got some landing gear on the back, and then there's one more in the front center section here. So nice solid landing on there. More turrets on the bottom side. More places for turrets down over here. Oh, very cool. Alright, so let's find a way aboard here. Let's check out this area first, see if we got a door or something that's going to swing down. It kind of looks like we do right over here. I might have a P menu option turned off or something. Speaking of that, I forgot to look at that again. Those other ships. Well, this is cool. I like this. I like this going over the windows here. That's kind of cool. These are actually fairly tough blocks, the armored glass, so it's not a bad thing to use at all. And yeah, right up there you got a cool looking LCD crosshair in front of the pilot seat, and a couple utility functions in here. Looks like we've got O2 and a med bay and some specialized medical equipment, at least that piece there. Oh yeah, there's more in here. It's oh yeah, all of it's in here. And then our armor locker right back over there. And I think that is the bulk of the interior actually on this ship. I think it's right to the point. I definitely have to put this in the realm of a combat CV classification, I would say. And because of that, let me take a look at some hull materials and stuff in here as well. See what's going on. I'm not sure if it's designed for lightweight. I wouldn't doubt it is designed for maneuverability. By seeing the thruster setup on here, it kind of looks like it's going to be an agile, shield-dependent combat CV with a fair amount of firepower and upgrade slots on it. I'm just guessing by the general looks of it. So it's mixed material hull. I've seen some hardened steel in places, and then regular steel, some carbon. It all depends. I'm sure the author had to pick and choose where the strength was going to be based on the hull design and what parts might be vulnerable and whatnot. It takes a lot of extra work to do all that, and that is a very cool thing. It's all in the point of trying to lighten the ship up to make it more agile for combat, but also keep it tough enough to deal with it. And we also got some solar going on over here on this one as well. Just notice that here on the top side. So let me fly around on the inside a little bit, see what's going on. We'll have to take a look at a lot of different options here. So it looks like we got our main shield here. We've definitely got some medium shield pieces in the mix here. Generators up in there, CPU blocks, warp drive, more medium shield pieces, quite a few of them. I wouldn't doubt if it's maxing those out. I wouldn't doubt it has small shield parts in here somewhere too. Maybe not, I don't know exactly, but I'm just trying to guess. So we got a CPU. This is all actually all kind of sealed off in here. So we got a storage controller in here, or it looks like our probably Core 9 CPU blocks in that general area. Well, we'll take a look at the shield rating on this as well in a sec here. Alright, well, anyway, let's just start looking at some numbers here. Start with, we are size class 2 on lock level 25, 61 forward, 30 strafing. And keep in mind this is stock. Obviously, there's some upgrades that could be done here to improve these numbers. 50 lift, 61 reverse, and 50 down. 20 hour and 3 minute build time, running 12 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. Obviously, it's going to use some Estrium and Zirconium. CPU-wise, it looks like it is outfitted with a Core 9 setup right now, but it will want some quantum or auxiliary cores added to it to bring it to the 3.6 million CPU that it does have on there. Let me check out this. So it looks like our stock shield at least, and again, I'm unsure on upgrading on the shield, but it is 60,000. So I think it's avoiding the fusion reactor and the large shield pieces, and probably running a set of the medium shield pieces. And again, I wouldn't doubt there's some small shield pieces in here as well. So pretty nice there. And P menu options here do have some options. I might have to go back and take a look at the past ships there again. I apologize. I've been trying to add this in on all the looks at the different ships, but I seem to have forgotten again. Really cool though. I like to see this. It's kind of nice when you have different power options and you can turn off the radar and things like that. If you're gonna sit in idle, it's gonna help a lot. Not to mention a lot of device groups for different kinds of weaponry on here. A whole lot of them actually. It's using up all 8 slots. So this looks like a fast maneuverable combat CV that's really pretty much dedicated for that task of being a combat CV. It's not interested in doing a lot of production or storage, or, well, we got to look at the storage yet, but or docking of small vessels. It is definitely meant to attack other things, which is really cool. A very dedicated approach here. It looks like it would have a kind of a nice option here too, where you do have first-person piloting, but it's tucked away a long ways from the front of the ship, which would probably be pretty safe. And then again, of course, it's gonna certainly relying on a shield as well. So let's take a look at its storage. So there we are. Oh wait, no, we're not. We're looking at the. I don't see it in here. That's weird. Why am I not seeing the ship? Did I hear something wrong here? Why am I not seeing the rest of the names of the ships here? There's more ships, and they're not coming up in my list when I'm looking at Wi-Fi. Does it not have Wi-Fi? No, never mind. That was a ship. Boy, I'm an idiot. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're looking at this ship right here. Jeez. Sorry about that. So what do we got going on here? Looks like we've got 2 ammo alpha and beta, both at 320k. And then we have a cargo, beta cargo at 440k. And another cargo at, wow, this thing's got a lot of storage on it, actually. So see, I was mistaken on that. Not only is it going to shoot stuff up, but it actually can move around a lot of product as well with these 2 440k standard controllers. I kind of expected to see a couple 320k ammo bays in it, which makes a lot of sense. And then we also got this other one too. So yeah, even more. So almost 1 million on regular storage, plus another 640k of ammo storage, and then beyond that, a couple boxes and things like that. Yeah, very, very cool ship. It looks like it would be quite effective in game for its role that it would play. And again, secondary role of also being able to hold quite a lot of cargo, which is really, really cool. So again, this is the GEI Shadow of Hadera by Kiva Banshee. Very, very cool. The next creation here, this is the Void Strider MK2 by Grisbane. And this is a pretty interesting looking ship here too. Kind of a I wouldn't necessarily call it a wedge shaped design, but yeah, pretty cool. Very aerodynamic, sleek look to it. Like this this nose setup here. Does look like this would be more of an atmospheric flying type of spaceship. Oh, I like this blockwork on the top side over here. That's cool. Interesting. So it's kind of like curves in and out and around. Interesting. I like that. Yeah, I like that like thin block layer over the edge there as well. Oh, very cool styling there. Taking a look at some main features here. Looks like we've got our reverse thrust kind of on both sides over there. And just by looking at how this is set up, it kind of looks like you could rip out these thrusters and put in an XL thruster in there too. Well, I'm going to cheat a little bit and see if that is true. It certainly looks like it would be true. It kind of looks like the same thing would be going on the back side. So it looks like a couple upgradable thruster areas over here. That's interesting design there. Yeah, I definitely like that. Additional weapon mount points over here. And obviously these are kind of like placeholders. Looks like they would certainly be set up to place some real launchers in there. I'm sure the author just dialed that down to keep it in a certain CPU range. So, but we do have some real launchers in various places over here, out on the wingtips and kind of in the center of the wing section. And yeah, very cool on the this part here too. That's got a couple tail pieces. Again, it's taken some cues from like I don't know, jets and things like that in the real world. Like this thruster assembly here too. The way the author did this this roundy block in there and kind of made each one of these kind of look like its own I don't know, fin part there. There's a name for that. I'm just it's not coming to my mind right now. But that is a really cool design setup there for thrusters. I mean, they're all the small thrusters in there, but that is definitely cool. Obviously, you can upgrade and put some bigger thrusters in on the sides over there. I'm kind of wondering, this one over here, I don't know if these would be upgradable the same. You just fly in the hull a little bit over here. I don't think so on the on these back ones. I don't think you can rip that out and put it in a big Excel. In that case, you can on the those side pieces though. We got a number of turrets on the bottom side. Our lift stuff. These look like they would be upgradable again. I like how the author kind of made it pretty obvious. You know, like you don't even really have to read anything. You could kind of figure out that hey, you could rip this out and put a 3x3 XL thruster in there if you wanted to. Let's get to just the very bottom of the ship. Oh, we got solar on this one as well. Look at that. Solar tucked away. Very cool. Yeah, obviously a lot of places for more guns and things too. So let's get aboard here. Let me adjust the lighting again. Again, not every creation is going to like being in the dark. It depends how much light the author added into the ship itself as well too. So a whole bunch of information over here. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but that's very cool. I like that. Again, the author documented everything, let new players know what's up, and talks about a lot of upgrades. It's gain AUX scores and things like that. So that, again, it's really nice when you start with one ship and then you can go through and it's kind of set up to upgrade a lot of features and pieces of it. This one's no exception to that. So we got some NPC crew in there, armor locker, medbay, and O2 as well into the hangar. Let's take up one of these elevators over here. Oh, we go off both directions here. Let's go towards the back first here. We got a big open room here. This certainly looks like a place to add some upgrades. We got some grow plots in here too. So it looks like, what would that be? 20 grow plots in this section right here. And our grow light switch. Looks like we got long range radar over here. Kind of a lot of open space over here. And it probably talks about that in the LCD in the hangar as well. I wouldn't doubt you can put in a lot of upgrades in this general area. And we also have an armor repair and a constructor, advanced constructor over there. So let's go forward here. Oh, check this out. Okay, so we came in. No, we didn't. All right, let's go through the center here first. Holy smokes, I didn't expect all this up in here. So what do we got going on here? We got drone access only. Do not enter. Oh. Interesting. Is this set up to hold one of those gigantic drone bays, or is this, or maybe not? I don't think it's about that. I think it's just that you put drones down in here to work on the engineering section below. I get it. Oh yeah, and look at all the stuff down in here. Just out of curiosity, are we looking at xenoblocks here? No, these are combat steel. Combat steel, okay. Just kind of curious there. Aux Bay, yeah, a lot of stuff's going on here. But yeah, okay, so the sign up here is all about you get your drone out and you don't physically go down into the section as the player, but you use your drone to do whatever you got to do down in there. Just, that's a cool idea. I like that. like the all the work here on the walls. That's using these particular blocks and stuff. It really does add a lot of detail in here, a lot of geometry to make the walls look just have more going on in them. So we had this big side piece out over here as well, and I think we got one of these going down the other side. It might be different though. So over here we got our it looks like a full medical bay, all the specialized equipment plus your shower. Yeah, all down this whole section over here. Quite a few NPC crew members on this ship. And as we come up to the front here, looks like we're getting into the bridge area. Yeah, and our main pilot seat right over there. Looks like we've got some more NPC crew in this section, kind of manning the controls there. Oh, on this side, oh, okay, so this side we've got a food processor and a fridge. Place to sit and chill. Nice sink section over there. And oh, some other NPC rooms. Again, quite a lot of NPCs on this ship. So we're going to get some additional CPU from all the NPCs. And then that goes out to the back. So yeah, I think pretty straightforward design. This is a pretty innovative way to do things too, where you can kind of see all the parts down there, but use a drone to get to them. And a lot of upgrade stuff going on the below here as well. The big glass floor kind of extends throughout the whole area. Another one of those gates right over here as well. That obviously is going to go right back over to the bridge. Then this looks like a quick entrance in and out of the bridge area. Oh, I'm not in God mode there. Yeah, very cool ship. Kind of curious. Okay, I think I seen everything in there. Let's just take a look at a couple other specs here too. Just want to see what our hull is made out of. It's probably going to be obviously mixed material. We've seen some combat steel on the inside, so it looks like the outer layer here is mostly carbon, but it again a mixed material hull. Trying to keep it lightweight but also strong where it needs to be, kind of thing. So that's yeah, it's a good way to go. In Reforged Eden, you can't really have a ship that is very maneuverable that is super super tough unless it's just using a bazillion hugely expensive CPU thrusters to move it around. So to keep it like affordable in one way or another, you kind of got to play around and figure out where it's going to need its defense. And if you try to go like solid combat steel or something like that, it's going to be very heavy. And Reforged Eden doesn't like that very much. So you're probably going to be not maneuverable very well at all, unless of course it's incredibly expensive. All right, so numbers here. Let's take a look at our main stats to start with. So unlock level 25, size class 5, 51 forward, 26 strafing, 53 lift, 51 reverse, 51 down. Really well balanced thrust in here. 38 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks, a lot of fuel, so it could go for a long time on one fill up. Quite a bit of weaponry on here stock. Obviously there's a lot of locations to add more weapons. But we do have 8 laser cannons to take down those shields, 4 artillery cannons on here stock, 4 minigun turrets, long-range radar, and 6 laser turrets as well. 17-hour and 59-minute build time. I got it wrong. I thought yeah, 15 grow plots. For some reason, I think I said 20. I screwed that up. So 15 grow plots on here. Obviously, it's going to take some estrium and zirconium. Nothing too crazy there. And it's Core 9 build stock, so that is very cool as well. You do not need quantum or auxiliary cores. Now, granted, you are going to need some NPCs for the ship when you spawn it in, and that's helping out a smidgen with the CPU. They don't do much CPU though, but it'll help a little bit with all the NPCs that are aboard there. Let's take a look at your storage. Alright, so we got an ammo controller at 216K, 2 of them, so 432K of ammo. Big storage controller here at 504, and a second one at 512, so A little over 1 million in standard storage, plus yeah, 432K of ammo storage, and then beyond that, a couple boxes and things. Let's take a look at the P menu, and the shield, stock shield is set at 3,600 or 36,000. My fault. As in P menu options, upgrade info panel. Looks like it's on already. It's probably that LCD that we've seen in a couple places in the ships, and then we got another button for turrets over there. So yeah, pretty maneuverable as well. Decent shield. Can certainly make this thing quicker too by swapping out some of these smaller thrusters and putting in the big XLs. Obviously, you'd need to add some more CPU to make everything jive with that, but it's kind of meant to do that. So, and add some more guns. So yeah, very, very cool ship. Again, this is the Void Strider MK2 by Grisbane. Get the lights back on here a little bit. And the next ship over here, this is a carrier. This is the RE Aurora Nightwolf Light Carrier by Power Monkey. So I think this is an author I'm unfamiliar with here. So cool looking design there. Kind of got that purple and dark tone, or purple and black texture light setup going on here. Looks like it's got a very large landing area on top of it. Again, it is a carrier type design, so looks like even without any hangar space in here, which it probably does have hangar, I'm sure, but it does have a large landing area on the top. And we got some, let's say probably mostly defensive weaponry on here. Some of these smaller sentry turrets and some minigun turrets. Obviously, entry point right over there. More places to add more turrets or other utility functions. Let me just see what we're looking at here. Positron again, okay. Wasn't sure. Minor drills look about the same. Oh, I like the LCD work on this area here. That is really, really cool. Aurora Nightwolf across the top. Yeah, the name's fitting with the coloring of the creation as well. So we got some big old side hangar doors getting into the main hangar, and it looks like that's where they are and not in the back. But wow, this almost looks like it's a part in itself here. These are some big old panels there. Kind of looks like they're doors that could open up or drop down or something like that. That's cool. That's cool. I like how the blockwork was done there. You see it on both sides here, kind of like, almost looks like they're meant to move, like they're panels that would be, like the author was kind of creating his own hangar doors out of blocks there, which is really, really cool. It does have some legit doors over here that open up as well, coming off the back side. And then, oh, we got solar on this one too. Look at that. Solar on a lot of these ships today. Nice, a nice perk with solar there. So let's get aboard here. Let's, well, you know what? Before I do that, I want to take a better look at the top. Oh, I like those indentions there. There's a whole thin block layer over the top of this, which is, it looks really cool. It's going to keep the landing area nice and level as well. But it looks really cool how this is done with the these slits in here with the texture lights on the insides. And it just adds to that whole general theme of the ship of the kind of highlight at night. Fits with the name as well. Kind of like the LCD back over there as well. That's cool. All right. Let's hop aboard. And okay, I'm going to boost the lighting up here. All right, so good sized hangar in the back here. Straight through from one side to the other. It's kind of convenient too when you're pulling SVs or HVs in. You don't have to turn around inside the hangar and go out the same door you came in. You can just keep on going, which is really, really cool option. Looks like we got a lot of parts out the back of the ship over here. A lot of fuel, our CPU blocks, main shield, small shield parts over here, oxygen, pentaxid tank, long-range radar. Obviously, the gravity generator is over here as well. So yeah, definitely the author used a lot of this this back area to put a lot of the ship pieces needed to make everything tick. We've got some generators over here. It looks like one is purposely off, at least when I first spawned it in. That could be certainly be by design. Maybe it only needs the one going on, but it's got a second there as an auxiliary, or maybe it's just not in a flight mode right now and it doesn't need that second one on unless the ship's flying around. There's some built-in storage controllers here along the hangar walls. Well, that's an interesting setup here. So we got some passenger seats with a big window view over here behind a force field, just in case that gets hit or something like that. Interesting. Center here looks like we've got a quite the utility function production area. So we got a medical bay over here. Looks like it's got all the stuff here too, and an armor locker, armor repair, O2 med, all your specialized equipment on that side. Quite a barrage of food processors and refrigerators and some cargo boxes in this general section. Looks like we got a place to add some grow plots right over here, like nine grow plots in that section. And then on this side we've got 4 small constructors, an advanced constructor, and a deconstructor. That's a lot of stuff in us, kind of just centered right in there. Big wide open space there, and just kind of roam around here and get everything you need to get done in this this area, including the farming. Interesting. So then let's go forward here. We'll catch that elevator in a second. So obviously a way in on the ship on the front, and then our main bridge over here behind a big glass window there. Very cool. And up above here, it looks like we've got obviously those generators we've seen, and then our warp drive. We had the shield already in the back of the ship. And I bet you these elevators here actually just go up to the flight deck. Yeah, so this will get you to the flight deck either side of the flight deck. So quick access to get up over there. So yeah, definitely a cool ship here. It looks like a lot of room, can move a lot of creations around, kind of defend itself from your pesky drones and things like that. Very cool. Alright, let's take a look at some numbers here. So it looks like we're slightly over, well, I shouldn't start there, but size class 8, 78 forward, 43 strafing, 99 lift, 64 reverse, 43 down. Size class 8 again, 16 fuel tanks, 12 oxygen tanks, 20 hour and 21 minute build time. Quite a bit of weaponry on here, actually a little more than I thought there was. So it's got 4 of these positron beams, does have long range radar already. Beam cannons, has 2 of the positron's beam cannons as well. A lot of sentry guns. Again, these have been very popular. They must be quite effective against drones. Kind of a neat thing to see those being used. Prior to a couple months back, you rarely seen these get used. So there's been a big uptick on the sentry gun use in the game here. CPU looks like it's going to need a little bit. It's close. It's probably within limits of not really having problems, but it probably you'd want to get a little bit more CPU in there, maybe a single aux core or something, just to have a little bit more there. But I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Even the way it is, it's not over by that much, comparatively speaking. But it definitely a Core 9 build stock. Storage-wise, everything's nicely color-coded and labeled in here. So we've got a lot of different storage boxes here. Not sure which ones are the controllers. Some of these are. Okay, so input obviously is a 592K. Input number 2, a full 640. So a couple big ones right here. Ammo is also a controller at 246K. This is probably a box. Ship parts, raw ore, 523K there. Shared items, that's a box. Ship parts, that's not a box. It's 515K. Yeah, okay, so it had a lot of lift power on this ship, but it has a lot of storage going on as well. Some pretty big storage units here. Not all of these are big boxes. A lot of these are just regular boxes, but yeah, very nice. Very nice. You know what I didn't look at yet is the main menu here. P menu options. Quite a few of those. So we got a lockdown, closed blinds. Let's try that. Dark mode. We're in dark mode right now. I wonder if I turn that off. Idle. We got spotlights. We got radar. Positron weapons, miniguns, sentries. Yeah, lots of stuff going on here. That's cool. That's cool. I like the all the options here. Stock shield is at 18,000 on this ship. So yeah, very cool. Carrier. Did I not look at the build time? I did not look at the build time. 20-hour and 21-minute build time on here. Some Estrium and Zagosium in the mix there too. It's just kind of expected on all these, unless it's a starter. So very, very cool carrier. Looks like it would have a lot of capacity going on there and do its job. So again, the Aura Nightwolf light carrier by Power Monkey. Very, very cool. The last creation of the day here. This is certainly looks like something here, doesn't it? This is the B2 474-US by Cegolus. Cegolas. And yeah, I thought this one looked really, really, really cool here. Quite the stealth bomber design going on here. It's certainly following that. In fact, even when I placed it on the landing pad here, I kind of put it in at a 45-degree angle just to show you that yeah, that is the angle of these ships here. It is a straight up 45 going on both sides, which is really, really cool. Love how this one is styled here and colored. Let me get the lighting better here. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. It's a pretty big ship, actually. I like how this is set up over here. Looks like we got a lot of turrets and weaponry going down the sides. I do like the block work, and some of this other stuff is pretty interesting too, where it's generally running smooth metal, but you can see the author got rid of a lot of the jiggy lines, but added in some other like panel pieces in here, which is pretty interesting. I kind of like the looks of that, kind of here and there kind of thing with that. And then some other some texture lights kind of in the surface over here. What in the heck is this? What are we looking at here? Sorry, I got a little sidetracked here. What is that? Hold on, I gotta get off the thing. I've seen this before, but I forget. Oh, these are torpedo launchers. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's got a whole lot of that stuff going on here, doesn't it? Yeah, that's cool. That is very, very cool. Interesting. So yeah, really cool looking stealth bomber CV here, or stealth bomber. Yeah, definitely going on that appearance there. A lot of turrets on the bottom side as well. Looks like we got an entry port over there. Looks like 5 different landing gear mounts there. A whole lot of the thrust powers on the bottom side here, and that's a lot of thrust. Look at the strafing thrust. These are XL thrusters here, and there's 6 per side. Looks like we got 6 lift XL thrusters. Or wait, these aren't XLs, no. Oh well, hold on. Yeah, okay, so we got 6 large lift thrusters and another 4 XL lift thrusters per side, by the way. So yeah, that's a lot of thrust on here. Holy smokes, look at the backside here too. Wow. Wow. I have a feeling this thing moves pretty quickly. And we also, yeah, look at that. We also got some thrusters out in the wingtips. Oh, that's that. Yeah, wow. A lot of power going on here, which is really, really cool. I am kind of curious. I know with wide body designs like this, one stat in particular is going to probably be weak no matter what you do, and that's on the roll stat, due to the width and the general shape of the ship. But we'll see how it comes out. This thing's got a lot of power going on. I'm kind of wondering if the author found a way to counterbalance that with just a sheer amount of power. We got some down thrusters over here. Obviously, the author didn't want the thrusters seen, so they're pretty much all. They're not buried. They're just covered. They're just put in locations that you're not going to see them very much. You know, which is a really cool idea there. You won't really want these thrusters visible. They shouldn't be on this ship if it's trying to be any kind of replica of the other one either. So yeah, that is cool. A lot of firepower, a lot of thrust speed. Just yeah, generally cool looking shape and design here. All right, well anyway, let's take a look aboard here and see what's going on. Oh, here I'm gonna try getting out of God mode, and let me adjust the lighting here a second too. Again, I'll brighten it right back up if it's really dark inside. All right, so as soon as we get in, it looks like we're right to a nice utility room. Fridge, small constructor. Is this a switch here? I don't think so. A couple advanced constructors over here. Please do not speak to the pilot. Mind the step. Interesting there. So over here, pilot's quarters, officer's quarters. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that comes in to play as soon as you walk up in here. And actually, when I was walking up here, I didn't even notice the O2 in the med bay there, the armor locker on the other side. So yeah, you're just blasted with utility functions as soon as you go aboard. I'm going to go this way. I'll try to curve back down to the room and go to the other direction as well. So we got a shield array behind the blast doors over here. Looks like we got some xenoblock in the build here as well. And look, oh, we got some big shield parts in here. All right, so we got a large shield part over on that side, and I'm sure there's one over here as well. Yep. And oh, another one over here. Oh, look at that. So if the other side is mirrored, that would be 6 large shield parts that we've come across so far. And then over here, we've got our warp drive. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Everything's kind of behind blast doors over there. So yeah, warp drive on that side. And let's get up over here. Oh yeah, we got solar in here too. Look at that. Solar panels up in this area. Definitely tell there's a lot of xenoblock in here. Oh, look at that. We got a fusion reactor. Oh, we got another fusion reactor. Ah, yeah. Okay, so this means business here with shielding and fusion reactors. So we had the 2 fusion reactors, 3 fusion reactors, 3 fusion reactors. I didn't even know you could put 3 in a ship. I thought it was maxed out at 2. This one's got 3. That's wild. That's wild. I could be absolutely wrong on my determination on how many fusion reactors you can have in a ship. For some reason, I just thought it was 2. But this has got 3, that's a lot of shield boost right there and shield charge rate, just having those 3 fusion reactors in there. They are pricey, however. So off the back side here, it looks like we got a lot of cargo controllers and container extensions. Oh, quite a bit of them over there. Interesting. I'm thinking there's just a lot of xenoblock also used in the ship here. So you know, all these have LCDs over there. So this is like cargo 7 and the other one was cargo 6. And that's cargo dump 2. And there's 5 and 3. And this could be places for different core blocks or something like that too down in here. I'm not sure yet. Definitely a lot of room. I mean, it looks like a good place for quantum or auxiliary cores. And coming into this side, you got some thruster access going on there. We got a small shield part up in there. And we got the medium shield parts. I don't even think I made it to the other side of the ship yet. Actually, I think this is all on one side of the ship. So it looks like we got 1, 2, 3 more thrusters up in there. Yeah, so it looks like a full barrage of medium shield parts in the creation. And obviously we've seen a small shield part. I'm sure the rest of the small shield parts are somewhere in here. Oh, long-range radar. Well, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe this doesn't go through to the other side there, and I did cross the center of the ship. Yeah, I must have crossed the center of the ship. Let's go out this way. So this should put us on... Nope, that puts us into another large shield part there. Okay, the center of the ship should be here, I bet. Yeah. So let's walk along. Okay, so we're back around the fusion reactors here. Let's curve around the other side here. And actually, I don't think I stayed on this platform here. So it looks like it's all set up for solar right here. In fact, you could probably, if you wanted to block the hallway, sort of, you could add in some more solar panels there too. I don't know if it's already running the max allowed. So it looks like we're to our main elevator here. So this is engineering, and let's go down. This is front bridge, secure bridge, med bay, constructors, and engineering as well. So yeah, it looks like we've got a lot of utility function right over here. And yeah, nice. All the specialized medical equipment. And then we're up to the main bridge over here. So stealth fighter bridge here. There's a couple passenger seats with their controls, suites, and then the main pilot seat. Again, cool looking LCD in front of that. And then it looks like we got quick access in and out of this. Oh, with a ladder here. That's cool. So I got out. I didn't even have my jetpack on. I got in and out of that. Very cool. And obviously, yeah, I mean, beyond all that, too, besides being a stealth fighter here, it does certainly look like you could have park a lot of creations on this as well if you're flying around in space, want to move some SVs, small CVs around, things like that. So it's really, really cool build here. Quite potent with stuff. I'm really curious on some specs here. So let's start looking at that here. Start with size class 7, 62 forward, 32 strafing. Wow. This must be a very strong body. This thing has insane amount of strafing thrust on it. 6 XLs per side, and it's only hitting 32. Means it must be quite a heavy ship, which means it's probably quite well armored. Mass is 43.5 kilotons there. So we have 54 lift, 43 reverse, 42 down, 36 hour and 59 minute build time. Does use quite a lot of estrium and zirconium on this ship, so a little over 20,000 on those. And xeno material. Oh my goodness, it uses a lot of quantum cores in here. Again, 3 fusion reactors, probably pretty close to full or optimal shield setup, which would be just a lot of shield parts and things like that. Heat exchangers, auxiliary core construction kits, regenerative shield generator. Wow, this one really I don't even know what some of these parts are, but it's got an antimatter warp drive. Okay, so this is using like the best of the best of the best, like some really some pretty crazy late game parts in here. So it's going to cost some money, but it looks like it's quite a potent ship here for sure. It looks very tough. Let's take a look at the CPU on it. And yeah, I used a lot of CPU. I don't even know if I'm getting a realistic number because it's running so many quantum cores and some auxiliary cores as well. Looks like 10 auxiliary cores in the mix here. So yeah, it's a pricey build for sure, but it looks like it's dialed in here with the CPU to work right when you spawn it in. So you don't need to run around and add a bunch of CPU blocks and things like that. They're already there. Shield on this, yeah, pretty insane shield going on. 213,000 on shield power. We do have a number of P menu options: artillery, cruise, EMP, laser, minigun, crosshairs, upgrade hints. Interesting. Crafting, weapons, of course. Yeah, very cool build. Wow. Yeah, that thing scoots around. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty devastating to most other things, unless you got something else that's hitting these kind of stats with the shielding and the numbers, and again, 3 fusion reactors in the build. I don't know. I don't think I've seen a build that had 3 fusion reactors in it yet. I could be mistaken, but I don't think I have. I've seen several with 2. Um, that's yeah, really really cool design work though. Definitely like it. And this is cool here. So this is an option I turned on. Remove blocks. So it's kind of set up to add in weaponry in these areas here. I like how the author did that. Kind of put these LCDs in position where the intended weaponry is supposed to go. One other thing too, combat CV. Just kind of want to take a general look at what I can see from the outside of the ship. Obviously, it's got a huge amount of Xeno in it as well, but it looks like hardened steel is the outer hull, and then obviously there's a lot more. It drops down to steel, more towards the wing tips. And yeah, everything's going to be reinforced and backed with Xeno blocks or other materials on the inside too to strengthen everything up there. But yeah, it's quite the beast there. Very cool design. So again, this is the B2474 US by Kogulus. Sorry if I butchered your name. Probably did. I'm good at it. I don't mean to though. I don't mean to. It's just maybe I got it right on one of those sayings of it. I probably changed it both times. But yeah, very, very cool build here again. And really, really cool builds again this week. Wow. Some just interesting stuff. And it's nice to see some new authors too. A couple authors in here I was unfamiliar with, and it's cool seeing some full-blown CVs being built, everything like that. Pretty stylish ones at that, I gotta say. And cool looking shaping on so many of these. But other than that, that's all I've got for today. And wow, again, you guys really kicked some butt there. Really cool designs again. And with that being said, you all have yourself a great weekend, and I will talk to you later.